Let's see how liberal Zionists tried to dig their way out of this one. One of the details now circulating from the Epstein files is a 2014 email that referenced a list of celebrities described as anti-Israel. Names included Zayn Malik, Emma Thompson, Penelope Cruz, Stevie Wonder, and others. Public figures who had signed open letters condemning Israel's military actions, supported Palestinian human rights, or endorsed international accountability efforts. The email did not allege criminal activity, it was simply naming prominent critics of Israel. And all of this matters because this email is connected to Jeffrey Epstein, a man who was protected for decades despite credible allegations of child sexual abuse. In addition, and this is barely getting any attention, according to an FBI file obtained through records requests, a longtime government informant stated that he became convinced Epstein was connected to Israeli intelligence. While this claim has not been proven and remains disputed, it's real enough to be preserved in US government documents. And mainstream media is ignoring this while pretending they're telling the full story about Epstein and the people who protected him. As some of us know, because this has been widely reported, some US child offenders have fled to Israel to avoid prosecution, exploiting weak extradition enforcement and legal loopholes. This has been covered by both American and Israeli news outlets as well as human rights organizations. Survivors have been saying for years that these failures deny them justice. Israel has a long, well-documented record of abducting Palestinian children through night raids, detaining them without charge, and holding them in military prisons. International human rights organizations have documented widespread physical abuse, violence, coercion against Palestinians in detention, including children. Strip searches, assault, rape threats, and other forms of sexual violence used as punishment and control. And this is where liberals need to stop acting like all of this is unrelated. For several years, especially over the past few years and during the 2024 elections, Palestine was always dismissed as a single issue. Leftists were attacked for criticizing Democrats who support Israel and take donations from Zionist super PACs, accused of helping Republicans, and told to shut up and fall in line behind politicians like Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, both of whom openly identify as Zionists and gave Israel unconditional support as it carried out its genocide against Palestinians in Gaza, using weapons funded by our tax dollars, enforcing apartheid systems and ethnic cleansing in the West Bank, also funded by our tax dollars. Any attempt to connect Israel to US corruption, militarism, or elite protection was brushed off or excused. So to the liberals who have been silent or outright apathetic toward Palestine, you don't get to suddenly care about Epstein, trafficking, abuse, or authoritarian power while still defending the political relationships that protect people like him. You don't get to oppose ICE, oppose state violence, say you believe survivors, and talk about democracy while excusing a foreign state that receives unlimited US protection and repeatedly blocks accountability. This was never a single issue, and you should have listened to us in the first place. Why is it that you only care about these issues when it happens in your own backyard? When we say what we allow our government to do to others will happen to us, you think that means nothing? You were okay with Israel strip searching and abducting Palestinian children, but now when the American government does it to children here, suddenly it's an issue? You didn't care about Zionism infiltrating and influencing our elections, our political candidates, but will you care now that Jeffrey Epstein had ties to Israeli intelligence? And not just him, but everyone who is associated with him? You cry about the ICE raids and violence happening here. Who do you think trained them? Who do you think trains our law enforcement? So the next time we hold a red line, the next time we say candidates should do X, Y, Z, including cutting ties with Israel, the next time we say none of us are free until all of us are free, the next time we say that our tax dollars should not be going to these kinds of systems, maybe, just maybe, fucking listen to us. Or I don't know, you'll find a way to excuse this.